Hi everyone, this is Yana Smakula and thank you so much for joining me today. Lately, I have been enjoying coloring stamped images using various mediums, including watercolors, and I've finally collected a set of colors I truly love to use, a set of watercolors. I prefer to use Daniel Smith's watercolors for my paintings, and if you follow my blog and YouTube channel, you might remember a post and video I shared at the end of August sharing my top 10 and my top 20 favorite watercolor colors. I'm very excited to introduce a special Daniel Smith palette that includes 18 of my most favorite colors to paint with. This palette is available exclusively at simonsaysstamp.com, and I have a link to it in the video description of my video. A palette like this is a great way to try some professional quality watercolors without spending a lot of money. A palette like this costs just $3, and you get a little dot sample of the 18 watercolor colors. While each one of those dots might not look like a lot, there's quite a bit of color to last you for a few paintings. This is actually how I got started, how I got introduced to the Daniel Smith watercolors, and I have been using a dot chart similar to this one but a bit larger for about a year before I invested into large size tubes. So if you're looking to try your hand at professional quality watercolors, I cannot recommend a chart like this enough. I've laid out large swatches on my desk so you can better see each of the colors included in this chart. Some of the colors have special qualities to them, like this duochrome oceanic color, for example. Note how different it looks on white and black. When you paint with this color on black, you get this beautiful shimmer. I actually love to mix this color with the other colors, for example, blue or green, to get a bit of that shimmer on my projects. Another color worth mentioning is the lunar blue. There's a bit of granulation here, and I love it because it adds a lot of interest and texture to my watercolor backgrounds. This color, along with the indigo, is perfect for creating watercolor galaxies. Here's actually an example of a galaxy I painted not too long ago using both of these colors plus some additional. Cascade green is another special color. You can see that there's some variation of green here. It's not just one color, but rather a few of the colors or few of the pigments mixed in together. And lastly, I love the satellite genuine color, again, because of its granulation. So this palette includes 18 of my most favorite and most used colors. The first thing you want to do when you get your chart is you want to swatch each color to know what it looks like. And for this, you will need to use a wet paintbrush. I actually like to use a water brush and just go ahead and pick up a little bit of the color from the dot and paint it next to the dot to see what that particular color looks like in real life. So swatch every color. Make sure to clean your brush when going to the next one to keep the color pure. So just a reminder, this palette is available exclusively at simonsaysstamp.com, and this is a Yana Smakula palette. Simon has also large size tubes for these colors available in their store, in case you'd like to get those as well. I have a few video tutorials planned over the next few days showing different watercolor backgrounds using these 18 colors, so stay tuned. I'll be updating this video with the links in the description to link to those videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!